Now we would like to honor the seniors, the 10 seniors from Wilmington. Number 2, Haley Collins, accompanied by her parents, Anna and John. Number 3, Kayla Burrell, accompanied by her parents, Lisa and Dennis, and sister Casey. Number 4, Captain Tori Sheehan, accompanied by her mom, Ellen. Number 5, Captain Cassidy Collins, accompanied by her parents, Kristen and Chris. Number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani, accompanied by her parents, Carmelina and Chris. Number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, accompanied by her mom, Alicia, her grandparents, Jane and Bob, her sister Brienne, and her brother, Ian. Number 12, Olivia Warren, accompanied by her mom, Sandy. Number 17, Gina Masterilli, accompanied by her parents, Pat and Lisa. Number 18, Jessie Wargo, accompanied by her parents, Catherine and Kevin. And number 22, Captain Thea Alberti, accompanied by her parents, Tracy and Chris. Best of luck to Wakefield and Wilmington seniors in the years ahead. We ask that you now please rise for the singing of our national anthem by Wilmington varsity soccer player, freshman Audrey Curto.
Oh, say, can I see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red
And now the starting lineup for Wilmington. Number 1, Alyssa Morrison. Number 2, Haley Collins. Number 3, Kayla Burrell. Number 4, Captain Tori Sheehan. Number 5, Captain Cassidy Collins. Number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani. Number 7, Jocelyn Palmer. Number 12, Olivia Warren. Number 17, Gina Massarilli. Number 19, Jessie Wargo. And number 22, Thea Alberti. Wilmington is coached by Sue Hendy.
It is senior night here in Wilmington. Wildcats have 10 seniors on the team. These two teams met on September 20th. Game ended in a tie 0-0. Game was played in Wakefield. Cold night here in Wilmington. Temperature is around 40 degrees. Let's get started. Never mind. Abby Montella's throwing in the ball to number 18, Kaylee Porter. And Cassidy Collins kicks it out of bounds. Mondella's throwing the ball back in to number 20, Ashley Purcell. Ball goes out of bounds. Here's the corner kick. Bounced away. And it's stopped by Alyssa Bernazzani. Ball's kept in bounds. Alyssa Bernazzani running up the far sideline. Ball intercepted by Wakefield. See, Alberti kicks it into a Wakefield player who then hits the ball out of bounds. Wilmington ball. Stoppage called by officials. Number 16 kicking the ball into Wilmington territory. Ball goes off the face of a Wakefield player. Still stays Wakefield's ball. Abby Mondell is throwing the ball in. And infraction was called against Wakefield. Kayla Burrell's now throwing the ball in for Wilmington. The ball is hit back to her by the Wakefield player. Kayla hits it into a Wakefield player who then hits it into Wilmington territory. Ball being controlled by Wakefield. And Wilmington hits it out. That was number 7, Jocelyn Palmer. Abby Mondell now throwing the ball in for Wakefield. Throws it towards the goal. Ball is defended well by Wilmington, and the ball rolls away from the goal. Ball is defended by number 12, Olivia Rourke. Kept the ball in bounds for as long as possible. Ball is thrown inbound, deflected by C. Alberti, out of bounds. Wakefield ball. Number 14, Abby Mondell, is throwing the ball back in for Wakefield. And the ball goes off a Wakefield player. It's now Wilmington's ball. Number 22, C. Alberti, about to kick the ball into play for Wilmington. Ball is controlled by Wilmington into Wakefield territory. Number 19, Jesse Wargo, fighting for possession all the way to the end. Stays Wilmington's ball. Number 26, Allison Colantoni, with your corner kick for Wilmington. Ball is headed out of bounds by Wilmington. It's now Wakefield's ball. Ball is kicked into play, but just rolls out of bounds. Wilmington's ball is thrown in by number 3, Caleb Burrell. Ball is defended well by Wakefield. Kicks it toward midfield, where it was stopped by C.L. Birdie and kicked into Wakefield territory. Wilmington has trouble with the ball. Takes it out of bounds. Stays Wilmington's ball, though. Number 17, Gianna Marie Mastrioli throws it in for Wilmington. Failed header opportunity by Wilmington, and it rolls to the other side of the field where it is taken over for Wakefield. Wakefield kicks it out of bounds. Wilmington's ball. Ball is in play, controlled by Wilmington. And Wakefield kicks it out of bounds. Stays Wilmington ball. Here's a corner kick for Wilmington. Defended well by Wakefield's goalie. Ball is stopped at midfield by Wilmington, where it is rolled into Wakefield's territory and defended by a Wakefield player. Here's Wakefield coming up to field. And number 24, Caroline Lilly, just kicks it out of bounds. Ball is controlled by number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, up the sidelines for Wilmington into Wakefield territory. Goes off a Wakefield player, straight Wilmington ball. Number 17, Gianna Mastrioli, throwing the ball into play for Wilmington. Great defense by the Wakefield goalie to keep that ball from going in. Here's the corner kick from Wilmington. Ball is kicked into play, and the goalie keeps it out of the goal. And up the field she comes before she throws the ball. Never mind, she kicks the ball into Alyssa Bernazzani's foot. Ball is kicked upfield by Wakefield. C.L. Birdie there to stop the ball. She kicks it to number 19, Jessie Wargo. Here's Alyssa Bernazzani, who kicked it back to Gianna Mastrioli. And Jocelyn Palmer fighting for the ball in Wakefield territory, falls down in the effort. And Wakefield goalie comes up with a big stop to keep the ball out of the net. Wilmington ball. Here's a corner kick from Wilmington. And the ball is headed away by Wakefield defender. And Gianna Mastroianni kicks it out of bounds for Wilmington. Change is being made on the field. Number 20 and number 18 for Wakefield come off the field as number 12, 19, 7, and 3 come off the field for Wilmington. Here's Wakefield controlling the ball up the sidelines. Ball is kicked out of bounds by Amber Flynn. Wakefield's ball. Ball is thrown in for Wakefield. Taken over by Wilmington. And the ball is still controlled by Wakefield. Ball is being passed around in Wilmington territory. And here comes Wilmington now up the sideline. Annie Wingate with the ball. Passes it to number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, who kicked it on goal before it was stopped by the Wakefield goalie. Ball is at midfield, being controlled by Wakefield. Number 17, Gianna Mastroianni passes it up into Wakefield territory. And the ball is kicked out of bounds by Wakefield. Number 14, Abby Mondello. Here's Gianna Mastroianni throwing the ball in for Wilmington. That was number 5, Cassidy Collins, who kicked the ball on goal. It was stopped by the Wakefield goalie. Ball is headed by Gianna Mastroianni. And that was number 13, Alyssa Grenard, who kept the ball inbounds. Battle for possession over the ball. And number 14 pushes number 13 to the ground. Alyssa Grenard gets up. And we'll now wait for Cassidy Collins to throw the ball in. Kick the ball in, I mean. Here's a kick. Headed away by the Wakefield defender. Alyssa Grenard kicks it back to goal. Open goal. And that was a goal for Wilmington. What number was that? Annie Wingate, number 9, was the goal for Wilmington. 1-0 Wilmington.
Wilmington goal by number 9, Annie Wingate.
As we resume play, ball is in Wilmington territory. No more. Ball is at midfield, still controlled by Wilmington. Alyssa Bernazzani running up the far sideline into Wakefield territory. Ball is taken over and kicked out of bounds by the Wakefield defender. Here's Alyssa Bernazzani now with the corner kick for Wilmington. Here's the kick towards goal. Headed away by the Wakefield defender. Alyssa Grenard kicks it out of bounds. Wakefield ball. Number 16, Sarah Melanson, kicking the ball up the field for Wakefield. Ball stays in Wakefield territory, controlled by Wilmington. Janet Sweeney hits it up to Alyssa Granara, kicks it onto the goal, and that is no goal, just outside. Wakefield ball. Here's a kick for Wakefield, upfield. Battle for possession. Wilmington comes up with the ball in Wakefield territory. Here's a shot from Wilmington, and it's stopped by the Wakefield goalie. Here's a kick, upfield, headed away by number 14. Ball is almost hit out of bounds before it is stopped by the Wakefield goalie. Up the field it goes, stopped again by number 14, Jenna Sweeney. Ball stays in Wakefield territory. Bernazzani hits into the Wakefield defender. And up the field they come. Pass intercepted by C. Alberti in Wakefield territory. Struggle to maintain possession, as it seems. Ball is almost batted away by number 14, Jenna Sweeney. And number 13, Alyssa Granara, hits it off to Wakefield defender. Wilmington ball. Amber Flynn, number 24, is throwing the ball into play for Wilmington. Off the field comes number 7, Jocelyn Palmer. Ball is in play. Taken over by Wilmington. Wakefield takes it out. Kicks it upfield to number 24, Amber Flynn, who then kicks it to the other side of the field for number 20, Madison Grace. Ball is taken over by Wakefield at midfield. Ball is intercepted by number 22, C. Alberti. Here's Alyssa with a kick on goal, just outside. Wakefield's ball. Changes being made. Timeout Wakefield. Thank you. Major back massage after this.
Do you want to sit in this chair? Be easier for you.
Nah, I'm good.
You a junior now, Sean?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Doing well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
History is my best class though.
There you go. That boy. You looking to college, or are you thinking something else after next year?
Yeah, I'd love to go to college.
Yeah.
I'd love to do what I'm doing now. Sports broadcaster.
There you go.
Maybe Syracuse. Best school to become a broadcaster.
Yeah.
BU's also
Is it
a good
yeah.
school. Yeah.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Did you ever have Miss Caro?
Who?
Miss Caro?
No.
I was gonna say, if you apply to Syracuse, you should ask her for a recommendation. She went there.
I don't think there is a Miss Carroll. Maybe.
She was 8th grade reading.
Oh yeah, then no. As we resume play, Wakefield has the ball. Get toward the far side before it is stopped by Alyssa Granara. Up the field comes Wilmington. Wilson kicks it towards number 20, Madison Grace, who kicks it on goal, but it was stopped by the Wakefield goalkeeper. Here's the kick from the goalkeeper. Once again, stopped by Alyssa Granara. Wakefield's possession, though, at midfield. And that ball was hit off the Wilmington defender. It's still Wakefield's ball. Wilmington comes up with possession. Number 13, Alyssa Granara, passes it to Alyssa Bernazzani. Kicks it up the field and out of bounds. Ball is thrown to play by Wakefield. Struggle for the possession along the far sideline. It is hit out of bounds by the Wakefield player and is thrown back in by number 24, Amber Flynn. Wilmington's possession as they come up the field into Wakefield territory. Allison Colatoni shoots it on goal just outside. Wakefield's ball. "20 minutes remain in the half. Ball is returned into play, and Wakefield comes up with it at midfield. Intercepted for a brief time. It is re-intercepted by number 14, Jenna Sweeney. Coming up the field is Alyssa Granara along the far sideline towards the end of the field. Back into the play, and ball is kicked back out of bounds by number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani. Wilmington had possession for a brief time. Shot on goal was blocked by the Wakefield defender. Here's the kick from the goalie towards midfield. Ball is taken over by Wilmington in number 8, Audrey Curto, who sang the national anthem before the game. She did a great job. Wakefield has the ball. Change is being made against for Wakefield. Number 12, number 24, and number 10 come off the field. Excuse me, number 11. Number 9. There we go. Wakefield ball in Wilmington territory. Taken over by number 22, C.L. Birdie, who kicked it out of bounds. Still Wakefield ball. Ball's thrown into play for Wakefield. And it is taken over by Wilmington. Number 9, Annie Wingate, kicks it towards midfield. It is taken over there by Wakefield. Into Wilmington territory they go. Number 24 up, Amber Flynn. And number 20, Ashley Purcell, fighting for the ball. Ball is sent back out to the 30-yard line. And Wilmington comes up with possession. Andy Wingate keeps it inbounds. Kicks it towards the Wakefield defender who headed it away. And Wakefield goes right back towards Wilmington's end. Ball is kicked towards the end of the field by number 24, Caroline Lilly, and out of bounds it goes. And changes are going to be made before play is resumed. Number 4 for Wakefield has come off the field. See Alberti with the ball, kicks it in towards number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani, who comes upfield towards midfield before the ball is taken over by Wakefield. Kicks it back towards Wilmington's end, and it is stopped there by number 8, Audrey Curto. And the ball. Wakefield trips. Wilmington. Ball stays with Wilmington. Ball is kicked into Wakefield's territory. Bounces around. And Wakefield will not come up with possession for this time. Number 14, Janet Sweeney, had the ball taken from her by Wakefield. Number 5, Cassie Collins passes it to number 26, Allison Colantoni, and the ball almost rolls out of bounds before Wakefield kicks it out of bounds. Wakefield's ball, Allison Colantoni now throwing the ball into play. But not yet, as changes are being made. Number 17, Gina Mastrioli, and number 7, Jocelyn Palmer come in for number 5, Cassidy Collins. And number 13, Melissa Granara. Ball is in play. And it is taken by the Wakefield goalie. The kick, upfield, almost taken over by number 14, Jenna Sweeney. Wakefield takes the ball. They have possession. Ball is being passed around until they come up to midfield. Wakefield passes it upfield and just out of bounds off of Wakefield, and it stays Wilmington's possession. Ball is kicked upfield until it's headed back into Wilmington territory by Wakefield. And a battle for possession again. Ball goes off a Wilmington player, and it's now Wakefield's ball. More changes. It's number 9 for Wakefield comes onto the field. Haley Faulkner. And number 11 comes off the field for Wakefield. Paige Dubé. Ball is in play. Wilmington has possession at midfield. Ball is kicked upfield. And just kicked out of bounds against Wakefield. Number 7, Jocelyn Palmer throws it in for Alyssa Bernazzani. Ball is intercepted by Wakefield. And then re-intercepted by Wilmington. And Gina Mastrioli just kicks it out of bounds. Wakefield's ball. Almost 13 minutes remain in the half. Annie Wingate heads the ball back towards Wakefield. Wakefield comes up with the ball and battle along the far sideline until T. Alberti kicks it out of bounds. It is now Wakefield's ball. Number 14 throws it in for Wakefield, and the ball just blocked by a Wilmington defender and kicked upfield. Wilmington has the ball. Number 7, Jocelyn Palmer at midfield has the ball. Jenna Sweeney looking for the ball, but it is taken over by Wakefield and kicked out of bounds. Number 17, Gianna Marie Mastrioli, about to throw it in for Wilmington. Throws it on goal. Alyssa Bernazzani tries to head it, but she failed in doing so, and the ball went off a Wakefield player. corner kick for Wilmington. Ball is headed out of bounds. Never mind, into the hands of the goalkeeper for Wakefield. And Wakefield's goalkeeper will now kick it towards midfield into the awaiting Wilmington defender. Number 14, Jenna Sweeney, had the ball intercepted from her. And number 24 for Wilmington passed it towards Jocelyn Palmer, but it was intercepted by Wakefield. At midfield, ball is intercepted again by Wilmington. Allison Colantoni passes it upfield into the Wakefield player, and number 20, Maddie Grace, comes up with it until it was taken by Wakefield and hit out of bounds by Wilmington. It's now Wakefield ball. Ball thrown into play for Wakefield. At midfield they come. 3-on-2. And number 24 for Wakefield has possession of the ball. That is number 24, Caroline Lilly. And Wakefield with the shot just misses, rolls out of bounds. It is now Wilmington's ball. Change is being made for Wilmington. Number 5, Cassidy Collins, comes on in replacement for Jenna Sweeney, and number 13, Alyssa Granara, comes in for Annie Wingate. Ball is kicked into play for Wilmington. In that midfield, John Marie Mastrioli passes it upfield, and number 13, Alyssa Granara, kicks it upfield into Wakefield territory, where the ball is taken over by Wakefield and kicked out of bounds. It's Wilmington's ball. 9 minutes remain in the half. Wilmington is up 1-0. On the goal by Annie Wingate. Here is Gianna Marie Mastrioli throwing in the ball for Wilmington in Wakefield's territory. Cassidy Collins with the shot, just blocked by the Wakefield goalkeeper. Kicks it towards midfield. It's stopped there by Wilmington, and into Wakefield territory is the ball. Goalie pass it back to Gianna Marie Mastrioli. Wakefield has possession of the ball, though. Not anymore. As Wilmington has the ball, and Alyssa Bernazzani pass it into the Wakefield defender. Wakefield passing it around, and then it is taken again by number 5, Cassidy Collins, who passes it to number 13, Alyssa Granara, who could take the wide open shot, but she stopped. Number 20, Maddie Grace, racing to the far sideline. And Wakefield's goalkeeper comes up with the stop. She kicks it towards midfield. It's stopped there by C. Alberti. Coming upfield into Wakefield's territory, and number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, comes up with the ball and is taken over from there by Wakefield. And ball is kicked out of bounds by Wakefield. It's still Wilmington's ball. Number 24, Amber Flynn, throwing in the ball for Wilmington. And it went off number 5, Cassidy Collins. Out of bounds. It is now Wakefield's ball. 7 minutes remaining in the half. Ball thrown upfield is headed down by Amber Flynn. And a struggle for possession along the close sideline. Midfield, Wakefield comes up with the ball. Jocelyn Palmer and Alyssa Granara battle. Number 14 on Wakefield for the ball. And number 26, Allison Colantoni, goes into Wilmington territory before she passes it to number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani. Wakefield takes the ball from her along the far sideline and kicks it into Wilmington's territory where number 22, C.L. Birdie, stops it and keeps it in play until Wakefield takes the ball back. And Wakefield maintains possession into Wilmington territory. Number 24 for Wakefield kicks it towards number 24 for Wilmington. And Wilmington comes up with the ball after a brief attack by Wakefield. Alyssa Bernazzani passes it to Alyssa Granara. Into Wakefield territory they go. Number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, runs upfield. Jocelyn Palmer gets the ball. 3 defenders around her, and the ball is taken and kicked out of bounds by number 13, Alyssa Granara. It's now Wakefield ball. Changes being made. Number 14, Jana Sweeney, comes onto the field for number 17, Gianna Marie. Mastrioli. And number 1 for Wakefield comes off. Wakefield has the ball, kicks it towards midfield. And at midfield, C.L. Birdie attempts to kick it upwards, but it is blocked. And Wakefield succeeds in kicking the ball into Wilmington territory until Wilmington kicked it out of bounds, and it is Wakefield's ball. 4.5 minutes remain in the half. Wilmington is up 1-0 on the goal by Annie Wingate. Wakefield now throwing the ball into play. It's knocked down by Wilmington. And a stoppage is called. Wakefield now throwing the ball back into play. And Wakefield in Wilmington territory struggles to keep possession. And Alyssa Morrison, the goalie for Wilmington, mishandled the ball but recovered. Our first action of the game, as Wilmington has had control offensively for most of the game. Alyssa Morrison kicks it upfield towards midfield. And Wilmington loses possession. Number 16, Sarah Melanson, about to restart play. Kicks it upfield. It's stopped by C.L. Birdie with the header. And the ball is almost hit out of bounds by Wakefield. In fact, it does go out of bounds. It remains Wilmington's ball. Number 9, Annie Wingate, comes onto the field. And number 7, Jocelyn Palmer for Wilmington. Wilmington's ball. 3 minutes remaining in the half. Wilmington's up 1-0. Here's your kick. Upfield. Knocked down by a Wakefield defender. Wakefield in their own territory has possession of the ball. Along the close sideline. Ball is hit off of number 13, Alyssa Granara. Wakefield maintains possession and they throw it upfield, where the ball is taken over by number 5, Cassidy Collins, who hits it upfield to Annie Wingate, who heads it towards Alyssa Granara. In a battle, Alyssa Granara in Wakefield territory against number 24 for Wakefield. And Wakefield takes over the ball. And Wilmington struggling to keep possession of the ball as Wakefield once again takes over. And up the field they go. Number 22, C.L. Birdie, takes the ball back over in Wilmington territory before she kicks it out of bounds. Wakefield's ball. Ball is thrown back into play for Wakefield. Number 24. Pass it into the center of the field for number 8, who comes upfield, battling number 5, Cassidy Collins. Cassidy Collins takes the ball away and knocks down another Wakefield player. Kicks it upfield for Andy Wingate. 2-on-1. Alyssa Granara and Andy Wingate run upfield, and Wakefield player kicks it out of bounds. Wakefield now has the ball after Wilmington was called for a penalty. Wakefield player was thrown to the ground by number 13, Alyssa Granara. Ball is back into play. Number 13, Alyssa Granara has the ball in Wakefield territory. Pass it to Alyssa Bernazzani. Pass it to Janet Sweeney. Janet Sweeney shoots it and captured. The ball is for Wakefield goalkeeper. She kicks it towards midfield, knocked down by the Wilmington player. And number 14 throws down the Wilmington player, which was number 13, Alyssa Granara again. Number 22, C.L. Birdie, now kicking the ball into the Wakefield territory. And ball is stopped again by the Wakefield defender. And that's the end of the half. Wilmington is up 1-0 at halftime on a goal by Andy Wingate.
Good job, Chopper.
As we begin the second half of Wilmington versus Wakefield Memorial, Wilmington is up 1-0 on the goal by number 9, Annie Wingate. Wakefield has shown no offensive skill so far this evening. It's been all Wilmington offensively. Defense, though, has been decent for Wakefield. Wakefield begin the second half with the ball. Here we go. Wilmington already intercepts the ball in half field, but number 14, Jenna Sweeney, into Wakefield territory. It's a battle for possession. As number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani comes up. Number 20, Maddie Grace dribbles the ball around in Wakefield territory. Number 5, Cassidy Collins kicks it on goal. It is taken down by the goalkeeper for Wakefield. Ball is kicked up to half midfield. Possession is maintained by Wakefield. Number 24, Amber Flynn. Number 14, Jenna Sweeney. Kicks the ball out of bounds. Wakefield ball. Ball is thrown into play by Wakefield. And it's then hit right out of bounds. Wilmington's ball. Wilmington now throws it into play. Intercepted by Wakefield. Not for long as Wilmington then returns with another possession. Ball is passed around, taken by Wakefield. Knocked down by Andy Wingate. And at midfield, Maddie Grace comes up with the ball. Pass it to number 9, Andy Wingate. Or at least attempts to. As the ball just rolled past her into the waiting feet of Wakefield. Wakefield kicks it out of bounds. Wilmington throwing the ball in. And the Wakefield goalkeeper comes up with a sliding stop to keep the ball away from Wilmington. Goalie kicks it upfield over the Wakefield player. And Wilmington comes down with possession. Number 14, Jenna Sweeney. Dribbles the ball upfield. Passes it to Wilmington. Number 17, Gianna Marie Mastrioli. Battles was the Wakefield player. She finally gets a shot off, but poor one as it landed 20 feet from the goal. Wakefield goalie kicks the ball up to midfield. Again, over another Wakefield player. And Jenna Sweeney now passes it up to number 13. And the ball just rolled right out of bounds. Thrown into play. Wakefield comes up with possession. Number 22, C. Alberti, kicks the ball out of bounds. Now Wakefield's ball. Wakefield now throws the ball into play. Knocked down by Wilmington. Wakefield still has possession of the ball in Wilmington territory. Number 22 keeps possession. Ball bounces around, and it's finally kicked out of play. At midfield, a battle for possession of the ball. Wakefield comes up with it, and into Wilmington territory they go. It's stopped there by number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani. And number 8, Audrey Curto, kicks the ball up to midfield where it is knocked down by the Wakefield defender. And Alyssa Bernazzani now comes up with the ball and hits it out of bounds. Wakefield ball. Number 5, Weenie Milan, throwing the ball in for Wakefield. And Allison Colantoni heads the ball out of bounds. Number 22, Lily Carioli, throws the ball into play for Wakefield. Wakefield passes it around. Wilmington takes the ball and kicks it up past midfield into Wakefield territory. Annie Wingate pressuring the Wakefield defender before she kicked it out of bounds. The ball is then thrown into play to number 14, Jenna Sweeney. And Wilmington turns it over. At midfield, Wakefield pressuring Wilmington as they enter Wilmington zone and just misses the goal into the waiting hands of number 1, Alyssa Morrison, the goalkeeper for Wilmington. Alyssa kicks the ball up the field to Alyssa Bernazzani, who at midfield kicks the ball to a teammate before she is tripped up. Now number 13, Alyssa Granar, who fell. It is Wakefield's ball. Ball is kicked into play. Wakefield has possession of the ball in Wilmington territory. Number 22, C. Alberti, just misses the ball. Same thing with Alyssa Morrison. The ball rolls into the goal for a goal for Wakefield. We are tied at 1. Any idea who that was?
I have no idea.
Alright, that's fine.
Do you know who scored that?
The goal was scored by number 19, Brooke Lively, the senior for Wakefield.
19, you said, Sean?
in Wakefield territory is Wilmington. Andy Wingate kicks it out of bounds. Nope. Into the hands of the Wakefield goalkeeper.
Wakefield goal by number 19, Brooke Lilly.
Goalkeeper hits it into midfield where the ball is taken by Wilmington. Number 20, Maddie Grace, passes it across the field to teammate Alyssa Granara, who kicks it to the Wakefield defender, who kicks it out of bounds. Alyssa Granara, number 13, now throwing the ball in for Wilmington. Change is being made for Wilmington. Number 20, Maddie Grace, being replaced by number 7, Jocelyn Palmer. Ball is thrown into play for Wilmington, and it's immediately taken by Wakefield. Given back, right back to Wilmington. Given right back to Wakefield, and Wakefield kicks it out of bounds. Wilmington now has the ball. Change is being made as number 17, John Marie Mastrioli, coming onto the field for number 14, Jenna Sweeney, and number 12, Sarah Junta on Wakefield comes into play for number 4, Grace Collins. Ball's in play as Wakefield gets possession as number 22, Sia Alberti, hits it out of bounds, That ball was not hit out of bounds by Sia Alberti as Wilmington had possession of the ball when it threw the ball in. Ball's at midfield with Wakefield pressuring Wilmington as they come upfield. Ball is then intercepted by number 22, Sia Alberti, who passed it to number 17, Gianna Marie Mastrioli. She could not handle the ball, and the ball kept rolling out of bounds. Wakefield ball. Ball is thrown right into play, and a small possession battle ensued. Ball went out of bounds off the Wakefield player, and Wilmington comes up with the ball. Wakefield has possession in Wilmington territory until it was taken away. And at midfield was number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, until she passed it to her teammate, which then had the ball taken from her by the Wakefield defender. And again at midfield is a possession battle, and up the field they go. Wilmington, that was number 8, Audrey Carter with the shot, and the Wakefield goalkeeper almost hits it out of bounds, but it was kept in play by her teammate. And at midfield, Wilmington now has possession. Number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani, passes it up to Annie Wingate, who hit it to Jocelyn Palmer, who's just scored the goal. And just like that, Wilmington responds. Jocelyn Palmer.
Wilmington goal by number 7, Jocelyn Palmer.
Wakefield now pressuring Wilmington in Wilmington zone as they are passing it around. A shot just misses the goal, kept inbound somehow, and Wilmington keeps the ball in play by number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, who just scored a goal. Ball goes out of bounds off of Alyssa Bernazzani, number 6. Wakefield had possession, and the ball is going to be thrown to play by number 5 of Wakefield. Ball goes out of bounds off of Wakefield's player. It goes off of the Wilmington player. Number 22 for Wakefield throwing the ball into play. And number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, just hits it out of bounds. Number 9 for Wakefield, now kicking the ball in. For Wakefield, ball is headed away by a Wilmington defender and up to midfield goes Wakefield. Battle for possession along the far sideline. As the ball went off a Wilmington player, and the ball was given to Wakefield. Ball is headed away by numbers 26, Allison Colantoni for Wilmington. And Cassidy Collins at midfield pass it. Number 13, Alyssa Granaro pass it upfield to number 6, Lissa Bernazzani, who had the ball taken away from her by number 19 of Wakefield. Into Wilmington they go. Number 24 of Wakefield has possession of the ball against number 24, Amber Flynn of Wilmington. Wakefield still has possession of the ball. And the ball is hit out of bounds by number 17, Gianna Marie Mastrioli. Wakefield throws the ball into play. As they keep possession, approaching midfield. Number 26, Allison Colantoni, kicks it upfield to number 7, Jocelyn Palmer. Racing upfield they go with a Wakefield defender. And ball just rolls out of bounds. A corner kick coming for Wilmington. Cassidy Collins, number 5 for Wilmington, going to kick the ball for Wilmington. As they are up 2-1, 27 minutes remaining in the half. Upfield. And somehow gets it in. And that is another goal for Wilmington. Cassidy Collins, number 5. An amazing goal as she just somehow squeaked it in from the corner.
Wilmington goal by number 5, Cassidy Collins.
Wilmington's now up 3-1. 2 goals scored this period by Jocelyn Palmer and just recently Cassidy Collins. Wakefield has possession of the ball. At midfield, they enter Wilmington zone as they race up the field. And the ball just kicked out of bounds off of Wakefield, off of Wilmington. Andy Wingate scored Wilmington's first goal in the first half. And Wilmington has since added on with 2 more goals by Jocelyn Palmer and Annie Wingate. Ball is thrown into play before it is headed out of bounds off the Wilmington player. Wakefield's ball still. Ball is kicked in and off the Wakefield player this time. And the ball is now in Wilmington's possession. Number 22, C. Alberti, going to kick the ball in for Wilmington. Ball is hit up to midfield for Annie Wingate. And a penalty was called against Wilmington. It's now Wakefield's ball, as they'll kick the ball from their Wilmington's 40-yard line and towards their goal. Ball is just kicked away. Ball is kicked into the air by Gianna Mastrioli. And Wakefield maintains possession. It's then hit out of bounds by number 13, Elsa Granara. And it'll stay Wakefield's ball. Wakefield has definitely come out with more offensive firepower in the second half. Wakefield with another shot on goal. Just misses and it goes out of bounds. Wilmington's ball. Number 14, Jenna Sweeney into the game for number 9, Annie Wingate. On Wilmington. Ball is kicked upfield. And then back into Wilmington's territory by the Wakefield player. At midfield, ball is passing around between the two teams. Number 14, Jenna Sweeney, battling the Wakefield player. And referee blew his whistle. It's still Wilmington's ball, though. Ball is kicked into play for Wilmington. Into Wakefield's territory. Ball is being passed around. And it is eventually kicked towards midfield by Wakefield. However, number 26, Allison Colantoni, pressurizing Wakefield, and with a shot, she scores. Their third goal of the period, number 26, Allison Colantoni, scores the goal, making it 4-1 Wilmington. Joining Jocelyn Palmer and Cassidy Collins and Annie Wingate to score goals for Wilmington. Their third of the half.
Wilmington goal by number 26, Ali Collins.
Ball is knocked down by Alyssa Bernazzani. Hits it upfield, where the Wakefield player responded by kicking it towards Wilmington territory. Number 18 for Wakefield, running into Wilmington zone, was number 24, Amber Flynn, following her closely. Ball is being passed around in Wilmington zone. Number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani, almost trips up the Wakefield player. And at midfield, Alyssa kicks it to her left. And number 13, Alyssa Granara, is knocked down by number 8 of Wakefield, Caroline Hurley. Allison Colantoni throws it in for Wilmington, and Cassidy Collins passes it upfield for being intercepted by Wakefield. At midfield is Wakefield. And in Wilmington, ball being passed around by Wakefield. And they slowly inch ever so closer to Wilmington goal before being returned to midfield. And number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, pressurizing number 6 of Wakefield. Ball remains at midfield until it was kicked into Wilmington's territory. And number 22, Sue Alberti, at midfield. Keeps the ball away from Wakefield until Wakefield took the ball away from her. Ball is kicked into Wilmington's territory before being picked up by the goalkeeper, Alyson Morrison, who kicks the ball up and into Wakefield zone. And number 17, now pass it to number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, who just missed a goal, missing it wide right. And changes are going to be made. Timeout called on the field. That was exciting. Wakefield will have possession of the ball as we restart the second half. About 20 minutes remain. Number 17, John Marie Mastrioli heads it down. And Wakefield comes up with the ball. Whistles are blown. Ball is given to Wakefield. Wilmington was called for something. Ball is kept down by Wilmington and pit into Wakefield's territory. Number 6, Alyssa Berzani, pass it to number 7, Jocelyn Palmer. In a battle in the far corner ensues. Wakefield comes up with the ball. Allison Colantoni, however, heads it down. But Wakefield was called for some penalty. Wilmington ball. Number 8, Audrey Curto, hitting the ball into play towards the goal. And Wakefield goalkeeper comes down with it. She kicks it upfield. And number 17, Gianna Marie Mastrioli, passed it to her teammate who kicked it on goal, but it was caught by the goalkeeper. She kicks it towards number 22. She cannot handle the ball. And number 26, Allison Colantoni, and number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani challenge 3 Wakefield players for a ball. And Allison Colantoni comes up with the ball. Number 14, Jenna Sweeney, has possession of the ball until it was knocked away by the Wakefield defender. And Wakefield has the ball at midfield. Number 24, Amber Flynn, came up with the ball for Wilmington. And now Wakefield has the ball at midfield until it was taken away again by number 24, Amber Flynn. And number 17, John Marie Mastrioli, knocked down the Wakefield player. And Wakefield now has possession of the ball. There's 18 minutes remaining in the half. Wilmington's now up 4-1. Wakefield has possession of the ball in Wilmington zone. Ball is passed around. And number 22, C. Alberti, passes it upfield to number 7, Jocelyn Palmer. He then passes it to number 14, Janet Sweeney, passes it to number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani, passes it to number 17, John Marie Mastrioli, kicks it on goal, but just misses. And the goalkeeper for Wakefield throws it to her teammate. And upfield they go at the 50-yard line. Ball is passed around. And Wakefield has possession of the ball, entering Wilmington's territory until it's broken up by number 18, Caitlin McGuire. Number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani, kicks it out of bounds. Wakefield's ball changes. It's number 5, Cassidy Collins, comes onto the field for number 24, Amber Flynn. And Wilmington called a timeout, 16.5 minutes remaining. Wakefield has possession of the ball as returned from the timeout. Ball thrown into play. Knocked down by Wilmington. And number 13, Alyssa Grenard, has the ball at midfield. Gets away from two defenders before passing it to number 26, Allison Colantoni. Passes it back to Alyssa Grenard. And at midfield, Wilmington has the ball. Number 14, Jenna Sweeney, just knocks it out of bounds. Wakefield's ball. Ball is thrown into play. Gets knocked out of bounds by Wilmington. Wakefield keeps possession of the ball. Ball will be kicked into play by Wakefield. And it is immediately caught by the goalkeeper, Alyssa Morrison. 15 minutes remain. 4-1 Wilmington. On goals scored by Annie Wingate, Cassidy Collins, Jocelyn Palmer, and Allison Colantoni. At midfield has Wilmington. Ball is kicked upfield. And number 7, Jocelyn Palmer, was pressuring Wakefield's goalkeeper. Knocks it upfield. And the ball is controlled by Wakefield, entering Wilmington's territory. Number 15 of Wakefield passes it forward. And Alyssa Bernazzani now takes the ball before having the ball taken from her. And upfield goes 26, Allison Colantoni. Jocelyn Palmer looking for a second goal. Shoots and knocked down by the Wakefield goalkeeper. Wakefield's ball approaching midfield. Into Wilmington's territory they go. Ball is almost knocked out of bounds until it is then rolled out of bounds. Wilmington's ball. Changes as number 12, Olivia Rourke, and number 3, Kayla Burrell, come onto the field. And number 14, Jenna Sweeney. And number 13, Alyssa Grenard, come off. Wilmington's ball. Wilmington hits it back out of bounds. Wakefield's ball now. 13 minutes remain. Wakefield mishandles the ball. And Alyssa Bernazzani comes up with it. At midfield, she hits it up. And Jocelyn Palmer keeps possession for Wilmington. She approaches and hit out of bounds by Wakefield. Alyssa Bernazzani will have a corner kick. Ball's hit right back to her. And Wakefield going to handle the ball. Wilmington took a shot, but it was soft. And Wakefield comes up with the ball. At midfield, Wilmington takes the ball right back. And Wakefield then takes the ball back from them. Midfield comes Wakefield into Wilmington territory. Ball is passed forward but taken away by number 5, Cassidy Collins. And number 26, Allison Colantoni, hits it deep into Wakefield's territory. Ball is picked up by the goalkeeper. Runs it to the center of the field. And she will kick it forward. Forward is knocked down by number 12, Olivia Rourke. Battle for possession of the ball along the far sideline. Number 12, Olivia Rourke. And Wakefield gets the ball forward. Wakefield in Wilmington territory, losing control. Wilmington was able to get forward towards the 50-yard line before having Wakefield take it away from them. And again, at the 50-yard line, Wakefield had the ball. Kicks it forward into Wilmington territory, and the ball goes out of bounds. Wakefield ball. Number 19, Jesse Wargo, comes onto the field for number 7, Jocelyn Palmer. And a change was made for Wakefield, as number 4, Grace Collins, comes off the field. Wakefield has the ball in Wilmington territory. Ball's hit upfield before being taken by the Wakefield defender. Ball's just hit out of bounds by Wakefield. Wilmington's ball, 10 minutes remain in the half. And the game. 4-1 Wilmington. Ball is thrown forward by Wilmington, and Wakefield immediately takes the ball back. Ball at midfield. Wakefield has possession of the ball. Running towards the sideline. Ball is hit off of number 19, Jesse Wargo. And Wakefield will throw the ball in. Ball is immediately knocked down by number 26, Allison Colantoni. And Wakefield then kicks it out of bounds. Number 2, Haley Collins, comes onto the field. And number 18, Caitlin McGuire, comes off the field. There are 7 seniors on the field on senior night. Number 5, Cassidy Collins, kicks it forward into Wakefield territory. And number 3, Kayla Burrell, battles for possession of the ball, kicks it towards the center of the field before Wakefield takes it away. And number 6, Alyssa Bernazzani, battles Wakefield for possession. Wakefield enters Wilmington zone before Allison Colantoni was able to kick it away. And Wakefield, at the 50-yard line, comes right back into Wilmington zone. Number 8, Audrey Curto, had the ball for a brief second. Number 19, Jessica Wargo, kicked it back into Wilmington zone, Wakefield zone. And Wakefield immediately takes the ball away. Running upfield, they lose possession of the ball as it just rolled out of bounds. Wilmington now has the ball. Ball is mishandled by Wilmington, and it went out of bounds. Wakefield now has the ball. Ball is thrown into play by Wakefield, and C.L. Birdie was able to head it down. She comes up with the ball and kicks it towards the Wakefield defender. And Wakefield has possession of the ball. Wakefield still has possession of the ball. They keep passing it forward, and Alyssa Morrison comes up with what appears to be her 5th save of the night, as Wakefield has shown very little offensive talent and skill. Wakefield has possession of the ball in Wilmington territory. And number 21, Samantha Tapastasis came down with the ball. Ball rolls out of bounds off the Wilmington player, and Wakefield now has possession of the ball. Wakefield has the ball in Wilmington's territory before being taken away by Wilmington. Ball is kicked up into Wakefield's territory, but Wakefield comes up with the ball. Wakefield passes it around, and they run right back into Wilmington territory, and the ball will roll out of bounds. Change being made as number 17. John Marie Mastrioli comes onto the field. And number 5, Cassidy Collins, comes off. Wilmington ball. And number 22, C. Alberti, will kick it into play for Wilmington. And the Wakefield defender almost couldn't handle it. But Wilmington still comes up with the ball and kicks it to midfield. Wakefield possession as they enter Wilmington territory. And the ball almost, well, it does, roll out of bounds. Number 26, Allison Colantoni, must throw the ball in for Wilmington. And it's headed down by the Wakefield defender. Ball is kicked towards the goal. And Alyssa Morrison comes up with the save. 4 minutes remain. 4-1 game. Wilmington on top. Alyssa Morrison kicks it upfield. Knocked down by number 19, Jessie Wargo. But Wakefield takes the ball away. Wakefield defender stumbles. Jessica Wargo knocked down. Poor refereeing, as the referee gave possession of the ball to Wakefield. And Wakefield kicks it upfield. And Wilmington loses control of the ball. Wilmington has possession of the ball again. Number 3, Kayla Borrell chases the ball along the far sideline, trying to keep it in bounds, and she does. Almost. And there appears to be an injury on the field. Number 12, Sarah Junta, comes off the field with the help of her trainers. And number 22, Lily Carioli, comes on in replacement. Wilmington's possession. Ball is kicked into play by Wilmington and immediately headed away by Wakefield. Allison Colantoni kicks it forward, and number 19, Jessica Wargo, along with 2 defenders, race after the ball. Play is stopped. Wakefield has possession of the ball. 2.5 minutes remain in the game. Wakefield comes up with the ball. Alyssa Bernazzoni just gets it out, and the Wakefield defender kicks it out of bounds. Wilmington ball. Number 17, John Marie Mastrioli will throw the ball in for Wilmington. Headed away by the Wakefield defender and out of bounds. Number 26, Allison Colantoni will now throw the ball in to Alyssa Bernazzoni, who has the ball stripped from her by the Wakefield defender, and up the field they go. Wilmington at midfield has possession of the ball as they look to approach. And number 6, Alyssa Bernazzoni, comes up with a shot, and she just misses. Wakefield's ball. Wakefield will have possession of the ball. And the ball is headed out of bounds by Wilmington. Wakefield now throws the ball into play. And number 17, Gianna Mastrioli, kicks it into Wakefield's territory. Wilmington still has possession of the ball. And number 26, Allison Colantoni, kicks it forward to number 19, Jessie Wargo. Just keeps it out in bounds before having the ball taken away. And Allison Colantoni running around with the ball. Wakefield at midfield had the ball taken from her. And that is the game. Wilmington wins 4-1 on goals from Annie Wingate, Cassidy Collins, Jocelyn Palmer, and Allie Colantoni. I knew that. My name is Sean Guiney. Thank you for watching this game. Wilmington wins 4-1.